you're not delicate with cars and only the toughest of four-wheel drives will do, there's still a very strong competitor in the Toyota Land Cruiser Prado. I'm Tom Baker, this is Chasing Cars, and here with me I have the smaller of the two modern Toyota Land Cruisers, the Prado. In its current form, the Prado has been around since 2009, but it's recently received a mid-life update to bring it up to speed with the competition. Today I'm looking at the mid-range Prado GXL with the 3-litre D4D turbodiesel engine. Although this motor is now in its 15th year, it's still the superior choice over the alternative, which is a V6 petrol, both efficiency and sheer capability off-road. While the top-of-the-range Prado Kakadu is decked out in leather and wood, lower-spec Prados like this GXL are fairly basic up front. The grey cloth seating is comfortable enough, but it does need some stronger side bolstering to keep you in place in the corners. The centre stack was refreshed not long ago, and now all models, including the base GX, benefit from a big touchscreen audio system. Thankfully, the targets on the screen are really big and easy to use on the move. Pairing a phone to use for audio streaming is really simple, and audio quality is not so bad. Unfortunately, satellite navigation is only available on the more expensive VX and Kakadu models. The big dials are clear and very easy to read, and basic trip computer functions are available in between them. The door bins are well designed, and the glove box and this central bin are both pretty massive, letting you stow your everyday gear. There's plenty of space in the second row for adults or kids, and 3 across is absolutely possible as there's virtually no transmission tunnel intrusion. The seats can also slide to create more or less room for people in the second and third row, and it goes without saying that somebody 6'0", like yours truly, fits comfortably with plenty of headroom and lots of knee room. The third row is much tighter and is best left to the kids, but while I'm back here I might as well talk about the price of the Prado. It's possible to get into the cheapest Prado with a GX manual for about $60,000 on road, but this car is pretty basic. This mid-range GXL gives you a few more creature comforts and an automatic transmission for about $70,000 on road. And of course, if you wanted to, you could get a luxurious Kakadu with the automatic and the turbo diesel for $100,000 on road. With the third row flat, the Prado offers a massive 742 litres of cargo space, which is more than enough for a whole family's luggage to the airport or a Christmas time trip to Woolies. Fold the second row though, which is easy, like this, and you get more than enough room for multiple bikes or a ton of camping gear. Mums might find the back door on the heavier side though, and because it opens outwards and not upwards, that makes it a nuisance in tight car parks. With the big diesel, the Land Cruiser Prado can be summed up in one word: agricultural. The Prado is a truck in every way, and true to its purpose, it's never tried to appease the environmentalists. It's enormous, it's noisy, and it's pretty thirsty, but all these things just make me even more fond of the car. Well, let's start with the handling, which takes an opposite approach to the benchmark SUV in the class, the BMW X5. All Land Cruisers are still produced as body-on-frame vehicles, which means Toyota constructs the chassis and then puts all the visible body parts on top. As such, the Prado pitches and rolls under acceleration, braking, and in the corners, which doesn't really make for spirited or sporty driving, but that's not its purpose. This car is utilitarian, which means it's far more at home on the paddock than through the twisty corners. And then there is the transmission, which is an outdated 5-speed automatic, which often leaves you not in gear when you demand power straight away. But then the gearbox does kick down, and you can't help but laugh as the Prado roars forward and gives you a big surge off the line from the diesel. There's adequate power, 127 kilowatts in the upper range, but 410 newton meters of torque is available from just above idle, which means the Prado is fairly quick off the line and particularly capable of towing up to 2.5 tons or through a challenging trail. The Prado eschews much of the modern off-roading technology available in the more sophisticated Range Rover, but the GXL still offers you low range, downhill assist control and hill start control. The suspension setup in the Prado is still really pleasing. It's designed to articulate impressively off-road to let more ambitious drivers navigate big obstacles on trails, but the result of that is in town it soaks up bumps extremely well. Speed bumps, potholes, they're all essentially imperceptible, and as such the Prado is a particularly relaxed cruiser. You sit high above the traffic in the Prado, which means that you get a pretty enjoyable feeling of control. However, vision isn't great in the blind spot, and navigating this big truck around the shopping centre on the weekly trip is more suited to a smaller SUV like Toyota's own Kluger or RAV4. When it comes to running costs, the Prado is eligible for 3 years of Toyota's cap price servicing program, which with 2 services a year caps your annual spend at $420. When it comes to fuel consumption, diesel Prados are rated at 8.5 litres per 100 kilometres, but throw in a bit of town driving and you're likely to see figures closer to 11 or 12 litres per 100 kilometres. However, with a 150 litre tank, a range of 1500 k's is certainly not out of the question. The Prado is not the most modern SUV you can buy. It is designed principally as a highly capable off-roader, but it also includes a few creature comforts for around town. You might find that similarly priced alternatives like the Volvo XC90 or Toyota's own Kluger are more suitable for you. But if you like your cars engineered to breaking point, it's hard to look past the Toyota Land Cruiser Prado.